Good morning, students. How you all are doing? I hope you are staying inside and are healthy and hale. I hope you all are doing all your exercises and homework given regularly and honestly. So, this is our third class and we were doing chapter 1 real number. So, let's begin. As you all know, we have completed exercise 1.2 in our previous class. Now we have to move to exercise 1.3. But before forwarding to that chapter, we have to understand one theorem, that is theorem 1.3, which states that let P be a prime number, where P is a prime number. If P divides A square, then P divides A, where A is a positive integer. Now just recap two words, that is positive integer and prime number. You know, a number is prime number if it has exactly two divisors, that is 1 and the number itself. Whereas the positive integer is all the numbers on the right hand side of a number line are said to be positive integer, that is whole number, starting from 0 to goes 1, 2, 3 and goes on. And now what is given? If there is written if in the statement, look, here it is written if P divides A square. That means this line is your given part. That is, it is given if P divides A square. अगर P A square को divide करता है, then we have to prove that कि P divides A also. कि P जो है इस positive integer A को भी divide करेगा. Okay. Proof is not required. It's not in your course. You just have to understand this statement and use it in the further theorems or further questions. Let's understand this theorem with an example. Look, I have taken a positive integer A, that is 9, suppose. Okay. The prime factors of 9 are 3 multiply 3. 3 is a prime number. So the prime factors of 9 are 3 multiply 3. Look, what is the square of 9? 9 square is 81. Okay. And the prime factors of 81 are 3 multiply 3 multiply, it's 4 times 3. Got it? The square of 9 is 81. That is 3 multiply 3 multiply 3. Look here now. When we write a number in its multiple, if I write 10 equal to 2 multiply 5, that means these two numbers will divide 10. Look here, 2 5 times 10 or 5 2 times 10. So these two factors will also divide that whole number. That is called the multiples. Similarly, look here, these are the prime factors of 81. Then that means कि 3 will divide 81. For sure. 3 divides 81 27 times. That means, look here now, कि is 3 dividing 9 also? Yes. 3 is dividing 9 also because 3 is a prime factor of 9 also. That means if 3 is dividing the square root of any number, look here, it is a square, not square root, square of any number. So 3 is dividing the square of a prime number of a positive integer, that is 81. Then P also divide A, that is prime number is 3. 3 also divide A, where A is here 9. This is A and this is P. Now is if P divides A square, this implies P divides A also. Here A square is 81, P is 3, P is dividing A square, P is also dividing A. Got it? This is what the theorem states. And this we are going to use for solving our further questions. So look what we have to prove in our next theorem 1.4. Prove that root 2 is irrational. Look, we have studied what are irrational numbers, and we also know that ki square root of 2 is an irrational number. But now we have to prove it, ki how it is irrational. To prove such questions, we have to take the contrary, the opposite side. That is, अगर हमें prove करना है कि root 2 irrational है, तो we have to take it कि root 2 is rational. अगर हम अपोजिट लेके चलेंगे, रिवर्स लेके चलेंगे, तो हम कॉन्ट्राडिक्ट कर जाएंगे. कॉन्ट्राडिक्ट मतलब हम लोग कहीं ना कहीं पे जाके रॉन्ग हो जाएंगे. अपनी स्टेटमेंट को हम रॉन्ग एज्यूम कर लेंगे या रॉन्ग प्रूफ कर लेंगे जो हमारी एजम्पशन थी. सो टू प्रूव इट, let us assume root 2 is a rational number. Look, we have assumed contrary. Contrary means opposite. इसका उल्टा हमने ले लिया, जिसको हम लास्ट में wrong proof करेंगे, contradict करेंगे. So, we have assumed that the contrary, let us assume root 2 is a rational number. That is, we have taken the contrary portion. Let us assume, you can also write here, the contrary that root 2 is a rational number. Look, what is rational number? Rational numbers are those numbers which can be written in the form of a by b, where b cannot be 0, and we have taken a and b as two co-prime number. What are co-prime number? Two numbers are co-prime if their highest common factor, that is HCF, is 1. What is it? HCF of a comma b equal to 1. That is, कि only the number 1 can divide a and b. Otherwise, there will be no other number common in this. Only one number will be common. So, for example, if I take 2 and 3, okay, the HCF of 2 and 3 is 1. There is nothing common in between 2 and 3. So, therefore, these two numbers, 2 and 3, are co-prime number. So, these are the two prime numbers whose the common factor will be 1. Only the number 1. This is called co-prime number. So, look, we have assumed this and we have written now. Now, take b to this side. It will become root 2b equal to a. Now the next step is squaring both sides, right? Is squaring both sides. When you square the both sides, it will become root 2 square is 2. You know, when we multiply the same square root, it will become the number itself. It become rational number, that is 2. So the square of root 2 will be 2. B square equal to a square. Now look here carefully. Okay? A square, this is rough. A square equal to 2b square. What do you mean? That is 2 multiply b square. It can be written as 2 multiply b square. A square equal to 2 multiply b square. That means this 2 is also dividing a square and this b square is also dividing a. अभी जो हमने इससे पहले थ्योरम्स पढ़ी थी, हमने यही पढ़ा था कि अगर ये इसके फैक्टर्स हैं तो ये जो है ये इसको डिवाइड करते हैं. हमें ये पता है कि किसी भी नंबर के फैक्टर्स उसको नंबर को टोटल नंबर को डिवाइड जरूर करते हैं. तो दैट मीन्स a स्क्वायर इज डिविजिबल बाय 2 ऑल्सो, a स्क्वायर इज डिविजिबल बाय b स्क्वायर ऑल्सो. Got it? So now look here, we have written 2b square equal to a square. That means a square is divisible by 2. Okay. If a square is divisible by 2, 2 is prime number. 2 is prime number, and this A is any positive number. Okay, A is any positive number. If a prime number divides a square of positive number, then by theorem, अभी इससे पहले हमने एक थ्योरम पढ़ी थी 1.3 which states that कि if a prime number divide the square of any positive number, then this A, okay, A is also implies A is also divisible by the prime number 2. Got it? We have now used the theorem 1.3. If a prime number is dividing a square of any positive number, then that same prime number will divide the number itself. So, if A is also divisible by 2, that means A will be equal to some 2C times, where C is an integer. This you know कि if 2 is dividing A also, that means कि A will be coming some factor of any integer number, 2 multiple C. That means 2 is also multiplying A and C is also dividing A. 2 is also dividing A and C is also dividing A. From here we got this. Now look, take this equation as equation 1. Now put and take it 2. Now put the value of A equal to 2C here. Put A equal to 2C in equation 1. So it will become 2B square equal to, in place of A, 2C ka whole square. That means this implies 2B square is equal to 4C square. So now 2 will cancel 4 by 2 times. This implies B square will be equal to 2C square. That is how you got it. When you 2 1s are 2, 2 2s are 4. So B square equal to क्या बचा? B square equal to 2C square. Got it? Up to here. Now look, यहाँ से हमें क्या पता चला? So, what is the conclusion from this statement? क्या conclusion निकला यहाँ से कि look, it has become same like equation 1. So that means कि 2B square is divisible by 2 here. B square is divisible by 2. And by theorem 1.3, that means 2 also divide B. This implies कि B is also divisible by 2 by theorem 1.3. Getting it? It has become the same equation. Look here. You can name it equation. So, and name these two equations as 1 and this as 2. So, by 1 and 2 lies by 1 and 2, A and B having common factor why common factor 2 I am writing. Look here, 2 is also dividing A. अगर कोई नंबर ए को डिवाइड कर रहा है दैट मीन्स कि वो उसका मल्टीपल जरूर है, दैट इज 2 यहां पर भी आ रहा है, एंड 2 इज ऑल्सो डिवाइडिंग बी, यानी कि 2 इसका भी मल्टीपल है, दैट मीन्स 2 is common in both A and B. But as you can see, we have already assumed कि A and B क्या है, को प्राइम नंबर है. को प्राइम मीन्स कि इनका हाईएस्ट कॉमन फैक्टर तो सिर्फ 1 है, तो 2 कहां से आ गया? 2 cannot be possible because their highest common factor is 1, but we are getting कि A and B having common factor 2. और यहीं से हमारी स्टेटमेंट रॉन्ग प्रूफ हो गई, हमारा एजम्पशन कॉन्ट्राडिक्ट हो गया. So this contradiction is arisen because of our incorrect statement. Incorrect statement, your assumption, you can say. So look, हमारी एजम्पशन ही गलत प्रूफ हो गई है, तो डेट मीन्स ये पूरी थ्योरम गलत हो चुकी है जो हमने प्रूफ करी है. डेट मीन्स कि रूट टू इज ए इरेशनल नंबर. Okay, it cannot be a rational number, and we have proved, therefore root 2 is an irrational What we have done, firstly we have assumed the contrary, that root 2 is a rational number. Then what is rational number can be written in the form of a by b, then squaring, then using the theorem 1.32 times, and look, we have contradicted our statement or our assumption. So now the first question of the exercise is prove that root 5 is irrational. So it is same as the question we have already done, the square root of, to prove square root of 2 is irrational. Firstly, we have to assume it as rational. We have to take its contradiction. So let us assume the contrary that root 5 is a rational number. That means, what do you mean by that? Root 5 is equal to a by b form, where b cannot be 0, and a and b are 2 co-prime number. Okay, we have written the rational number root 5 in this form, a by b form, because we know rational number are written in the form of a by b, where we have taken a and b as co-prime number. So now take this to that side, root 5b will be equal to a. Now squaring both sides. So we will get 5b square equal to a square. What this imply? This implies a square is divisible by 5. Look, a square can be written in the form of multiple of 5 multiply b square. That means 5 will multiply a square. So by theorem 1.3, therefore a is also divisible by 5 by theorem 1.3. You have to state the theorem here. Okay, so take it this bracket as 1. Now look here, if A is divisible by 5, we have written here कि A is also divisible 5. If A is divisible by 5, that means क्या हो गया इसका मतलब कि A will be equal to some 5C time, where C is an integer. Okay, then A can be written as 5 multiply C. C can be any number. So that means now you have to put this value here. Put value of A equal to 5C in equation 1. So what we will get, 5B square equal to, in place of A write 5C. That means 5B square equal to 25C square. Now look, 5 one times multiply 5. This implies B square equal to 5C square. I hope you are getting it, because we have done this same procedure in our last question. Look, B square equal to 5C. Now this has become same like this. That means 5 also divide B square, and 5 will also divide B by theorem 1.3. So this implies B square is divisible by 5. Therefore, B is also divisible by 5 by theorem same 1.3. Name it equation 2. Now look, 5 is also dividing A and 5 is also dividing B. अगर 5 A और B दोनों को डिवाइड कर रहा है, इसका मतलब 5 इसके मल्टीपल में भी आएगा, 5 B के मल्टीपल में भी आएगा. That means 5 is common in both A and B. So from equation 1 and 2, we get A and B having common factor, that is 5. 5 is coming common in both A and B because it is dividing both A and B. So that means कि हमारी जो assumption थी, that has become wrong, क्योंकि हमने क्या पुट लिया था कि A and B are the two co-prime number. Co-prime means कि the common factor in A and B will be 1 itself, only the number 1. Now, but we are getting another common number, that is 5. So this has contradicted our assumption. So this contradicted our incorrect assumption. So therefore root 5 is irrational. यही हमें प्रूव करना था कि root 5 is irrational, and look, we have proved it. Same procedure. First we have to assume कि it is a rational, then squaring, then using theorem 1.3 2 times, and we will get कि one number is coming common in both the two co-prime numbers, and which will contradict our assumption And this is how we'll prove that any number, any irrational number, we can prove any irrational number like this. So now move to our next question. Next one is prove that 3 plus 2 square root 5 is irrational. For proving it, our first step will be, जो आपने सबसे पहले प्रूफ करना है कि प्रूफ in your first step you have to prove root 5 is irrational. Look, I'm not proving it right now. मैं root 5 को irrational proof नहीं कर रही क्योंकि मैंने already कर लिया है. ये देखिए यहाँ पे मैं proof कर चुकी हूँ. I have already proved कि root 5 is irrational. This whole proof you have to again do it here. You have to in your first step you have to prove root 5 is irrational, which we have done already. Now we will move to our step 2. Now we will assume that, let us assume the contrary, that 3 plus 2 square root 5 is rational. That means 3 plus 2 root 5 will be written as in the form of a by b, where b cannot be 0 and a and b are two co-prime, are the two co-prime numbers. That means now solve it. 2 square root 5 will be equal to 3 इधर जाएंगे, a by b minus 3, so 5 it will be, when you will take LCM it will become a minus 3b upon b. Now take this 2 here, so square root 5 will be written as a minus 3b upon 2b. So look, since 3, 2, a, b, this 3, this 2 and a, b, these all are the integers. Are integers. We know that. This implies that this whole is also an integer. Why? क्योंकि integer minus, if we subtract two integers, the answer will also be an integer. If we multiply two numbers, it will also become an integer, and this has become the whole integer. That means this implies if it is an integer, it is an integer. That means integer divided integer is rational number. I have already told you. This implies a minus 3b divided 2b, so is a rational. You know, a number is rational if it is written in the form of p by q, where both p and q are integer. So look, this is p which is integer, this is q which is integer. That means p by q form, and that means this whole is a rational. So that means कि square root of 5 is also rational, क्योंकि ये तो इसके equal है. So 5 is rational. But this contradict. Look, स्टेप 1 तो हमने प्रूफ ही यही किया है कि रूट 5 को हमने क्या प्रूफ कर दिया था, इरेशनल. लेकिन यहाँ हम क्या ले आए, रैशनल. तो इसका मतलब हमारी एजम्पशन ही रॉन्ग है, क्योंकि ये तो रैशनल हो ही नहीं सकता. So this contradict this contradict the fact that root 5 is irrational. Okay, so we conclude, क्या कंक्लूजन निकल के आता है, that 3 plus 2 square root 5 is irrational. Look, we have proved. So for proving it, first step should be we have to prove it as irrational, which we have done already. Now in our next step, we have to assume, now this we have to assume as rational. Then the whole procedure you know. This will contradict this one, and this is how we will prove that 3 plus 2 square root 5 is irrational. So there will be 2 steps. On the last question of this exercise, prove that following are irrationals. We have to prove this as irrational. Now look, it is written as 1 upon square root 2. Firstly, what will be the step 1 in such question? We have to prove, step 1 should be prove square root of 2 as prove square root is irrational. Look, we have already proven square root of 2 as irrational. Okay, so you have to do again that whole proof here and then move to step 2. Now what will be the step 2? Now let the assume or contrary. Now let us assume to the contrary that 1 upon square root 2 is rational, same as the question 2. Okay, we have assumed it. Now it is a rational. That means it can be written in the form of A by B. This implies right here A and B are co-prime. So it will become square root 2 will be equal to B by A. So square root 2 will become B by A. Look here, now as A and B are two integers, that means B by A is rational. So root 2 is rational. Both A and B are the integer. That means कि अगर कोई भी integer by integer की form में होता है, that means that number is rational. So अगर ये rational है, this is equal to square root 2, then square root 2 is also a rational number. And we have already proved in our step 1 कि root 2 is irrational. So, but this contradict the fact that square root 2 is irrational. We can only contradict this step 2 on the basis of step 1, which we have to prove firstly कि root 2 is irrational. Then we can use it. So what we concluded? That 1 upon square root 2 is irrational. This is how we solve such questions. So now these next two parts of the question third will be your homework. You have to do the homework in your same notebook. Maintain your register regularly. Marks will be given on the basis of that. So now look how you will prove. It will be the same procedure. Firstly, step 1, you have to prove root 5 or root 2 as irrational. Then in the next step, take it as we have to assume in these two as a rational number which can be written in the form of a by b. Then this 7 will goes in the denominator and root 5 will be equal to a by 7b. As a and 7 and b are integer, that means the whole will be rational, this will rational and this will contradict. Similarly goes for this. 6 will go there, then a by b minus 6 it will become. Take the LCM, so a minus 6b upon b, and now it can be done. So these two are your homework. Do it regularly, do it honestly, and maintain your copy. This is the most important exercise of this chapter 1. A question of marks, 3 marks question comes in an exam. This is for sure 3 marks ka question from this exercise comes in your exam. So please try to understand it very carefully. So we have completed our exercise 1.3 also. Now we will move to exercise 1.4 where only 1 or 2 questions are just we have to do. Otherwise, not necessary to do whole exercise. So stay safe, stay inside, take care and do all the questions. Practice it regularly. Thank you for this class.